Okay, so now we're in the game. Got this much space cleared off. I gotta see some oil up there. I gotta take some thinner and wipe all that down real good, but that's more than enough space to do what I need to do. I'll be using this workbench out here most of all. But here's where we see just how poor of a life this little car has had. Those are at least most of the dents in the hood. I mean, none of them worth trying to take out. They just skim them, and maybe that will work out a little bit. It'd be pretty bad, but shit, here's more. Damn it. Right here. It's hard to walk around this thing and not find dents. But I will have this video to go back after. I'm going to sand it all. Damn, man. I'll sand it all down and I'll see them all anyway. But I'll have this video to look back on. Make sure. And after I get it all block sanded out the first time, I've addressed all the carnage. And this fender's a survivor. That's good. There's a dent in that upper fender. There's a lot of dents in this door. Dents in the roof. And there'll be more pop up out of all that. This is interesting. This is a series of that's a dent. This is a series of overlapping dents. Dent. Like somebody hit it with a baseball bat every time they walked by. They drove the car and hated it so much they just hit it with a baseball bat every time they went by it. So that panel's a survivor. I thought the trunk was a survivor, but I found a few places in it. There's definitely more in the roof that I just haven't. It's all flat. It's not shiny because all the clear coat's gone, so it's harder to see them. They show right up when I sand it. They'll really show up when I block it. And then this is just rear bumper. Of course, will take an extensive amount of work, but. And then this fender has got a lot of dents. He did manage to tag the body line a lot. That's not really helpful. Because the body line's got to be put back. You know, I can bang them out, but it's never going to be the shape it was again. So ultimately, it's going to have to get just like that. I had to build the line, and that's not fun, but this one's easier because it's not completely smashed in all the way across the line. This door isn't too bad from what I've seen so far. It's got a lot of expanses of thin sheet metal. I mean, they would have been better to put a body line in it where more body lines were in the flat panels where it would be more rigid. This hood's taking all kinds of hell. But it's all good. I mean, God damn it, man. It really doesn't matter because it's all, look, you got to do one. It's not much more trouble to do one right beside it. Again, it's just a big flat panel begging to be dented. That thing's tagged. That's cool. I'm kind of coming out here and getting a sense for which panels need work where, that I'll know when I go to sand it down. And then once I sand it, I usually mark them with a pencil and then sand it in right there. And there. Here's a survivor. I mean, it's bad, but it's not all that bad. Those are. This ain't going to be no fun, but I mean, it's a process. You're going to use the same process to do the same, you know, on dents like that. Just knock them out, grind all the paint off of it, fiberglass it up, and I really doubt that I'll be using any Bondo at all. I do not love plastic body filler at all, and I don't see any reason I would need to use it. I have the polyester. There's one, That little panel didn't make it. I have the polyester filler, which won't shrink, and again, it has no structural, but that fiberglass ain't never going anywhere. And then we have some shrinkage on our seals. That's not good. So I'm just going to see what this trim costs. This would be a great time to change it out. Now look, the FedEx guys, here comes something. Okay, most of the products have arrived. It's all this company, U-POL, but it's all European urethane products. This is a 4:1:1 high build primer. This is standard hardener. And what that basically means is you can run this 4:1 of this, and it's as thick as it's going to get. So it's a high build primer at that point. But first, you want to lay on a sealing layer, and once you put reducer in it, another one part of reducer in with this, then it becomes an etching primer. We etch into the metal a little bit and the body filler and that sort of thing. And then after that, we use it thicker, like without that one, and it'll come out of there real thick. And the thing with urethanes and 2K products is they're going to dry. It doesn't matter what temperature it is. You put it under water, it's going to dry. It's epoxy. Once they mix together, it's going to dry hard as a rock. Now, if you leave it in your gun, thinking, oh, I'll clean it tomorrow morning it's going to suck. Because you have to get all that dried stuff out of there. It ain't easy and it ain't fun. But I ordered a gallon of reducers for this too. This has been here for a while, and I just did order a gallon of reducers. So it should be here pretty soon. And then here's your clear coat and the activator, which again, it's a epoxy product. It's just night and day from the old ways in the old days. And there's some thinner to thin that out. And then here's your Victory Red base coat, which is a really nice red. Just a shade or two off real red, up a shade or two darker than real red. And this car's going to look nice in this color. It's just, you kind of go by the body shape and envision what you want it to be in the end, and the color will dictate much of that, how it's going to look. Paint it lighter than regular red, it will not look good. But well, there we go. So I also a long time ago ordered a cheapy new spray gun, and it comes with disposable cups, which are also a 3M system of those cups up there for the good spray guns. But this is just a cheapie with cups, and mixing cups and throwaway stuff is very nice to have for primer. So I wouldn't use it to lay on base coat, or base coat wouldn't make much difference. I wouldn't use it to lay on clear coat, but I have expensive guns. I have a brand new one that I've never used. It'll be the first time I've ever used. Oh, there we go. Car ready to go. We have a materials section. We have a consumables and tool section over here. And I don't mind bending down to pick up. I need the exercise. But the only time they will meet is at this table. A water separator is coming, a new inline water separator, and water separators for the gun. And when they get here, I have a brand new air hose that I'll use, which I always bust out a brand new air hose to find something. Because if you get oil in it, okay. If there's one thing to avoid, it's oil. It's like, if you're not good at the other stuff, you're fucked anyway. But if no matter how good you are, if you get oil in it, you got to have some work fixing it. So I have cardboard down here, and the materials will never leave here when they're not out here being utilized. And likewise, those will never be around any oil or anything. So It's going to be pretty cool. I gotta wait. The consumables won't be here don't be delivered till tonight. But it's all good. Ready to bust into this thing. Here's how they do you. I had that air hose new. I ordered this tiny water separator, even though I have thousands of dollars up over there. I just need a little bitty one like this. Plenty of sandpaper to do the whole car. And red scuffy stuff so that you gotta paint the inside of the hood and the door jambs and all that. Some of them need some body work, most of it just needs scuffed up. So the primer over it. But there we go. Tomorrow I'll come out and cover all that stuff with plastic because it's starting to get dusty. And I'll be pulling the door down when I go really wild on the body work. Now, I did not send my water filters yet that go on at the gun, and I have adjustable pressure gauges at the gun and the compressor, so pretty much ready to rock. Just a few more things. I can tear into this. Now you don't prime anything in a paint booth. You just throw it over some sawhorses and prime the hell out of it.